world. My name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being present. Thank you so much for taking the time to view in general. There's so much amazing content out there on the World Wide Web that's so educational and it's so entertaining and it's so engaging, and so I really appreciate you taking the time out to view this one little small blip in the whole World Wide Web. Thank you so much. First things first, add me on my social media platforms if you find this useful, if you find that you're not alone in this feeling, or if you just want to start some shit. Haters is still promotion too, I guess. I don't like that anyway. But anyway, add me on the Twitter. My Twitter name is @theauntofdragon, or you can add me on Instagram. I post daily content that's motivational, advice, entertaining. It's a little mesh posh of everything, if that's a word. It's still the same thing @theauntofdragons, or you can add me on Facebook. It's gonna take me a while to add you, but I promise I will add you. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I just don't go on Facebook as much as I used to. That is my real name, Ashley Collins. It's not an alias. I probably should come up with one, but it's too late to stop now. So first off, forgive me if I sound like a teenage boy who is going through puberty. I'm still recovering from a cold. And the past 2 weeks, how I do my long form content on my YouTube channel is I don't want to pump out content just for the sake of pumping out content. I created this channel to heal myself. So I not only want to talk about my scarlet letters, I not only want to talk about what I've done in my personal life that I'm ashamed of, but I also want to talk about my beliefs that for some people may be a bit controversial, a bit taboo, but I want to speak out about it. I like to ask myself, what's a chapter in my life that I don't want people to read? What's a text message that I sent someone that I never want anyone to look at? And this is one of those text message conversations, as you can tell from the title. First off, a lot of women will say that they never wanted kids, how they don't like kids, and I am the complete opposite. Some backstory, some context to the content. I come from a very big family, and we did everything together. We spent all the holidays together. We spent every other birthday together, and I loved that. So I wanted to continue that family tradition. I wanted to add more to the pack. And I swear to God, and you're probably going to be like, what the fuck was this chick thinking? I swear to God, this is true. You could ask a family member, you could ask ex-boyfriends and friends. I always said, when people ask me, how many kids do you want? I said, I wanted a starting lineup. And now you're thinking, do you mean a basketball starting lineup or a football starting lineup? And I'm like, both. I wanted tons of kids. And I had this weird thing about numbers as well, where like, I wanted 2 and 2. I wanted like both and both, because I wanted the girls to have someone to play with. I wanted the boys to have something to play with, but I didn't want it to be an odd number. So like, if we had 7 kids, we need to have one more kid. You'll be surprised, like that. It definitely scared away a lot of guys. So like, in a way, it was great. It was great when I told guys that, because they were like, this chick is nuts. But yeah, I didn't start to change my mind until this past year, and no one changed my mind for me. I wasn't brainwashed. There was no sit down conversation that I had with someone, or there was no video that I watched that changed my mind. It was just something that naturally came to me. I am 29 years old. I turned 30 this year. Yay! I can say that with a smile now. At first I was like, ugh, but now I'm like, yay! A lot of people will ask me First off, I get asked a lot if I'm married. I'm gonna do a video on marriage, so I'm gonna try not to talk about marriage a lot right now. I get asked a lot if I'm married, and I'll say no. And then I'll get asked, how many kids do you have? Plural, not singular. And it hit me that it's normal to have more than one child by the time you're 30 years old. And I'll tell them I have none. And they'll be like, why? And I'll say something silly like, in this economy? And they'll be like, no, seriously. And I'm like, why do I need to justify you with an answer? Why does it matter whether I want to have kids or not? And it really hit me a lot with my ex-boyfriend. his family, they his brother and sister had kids, and we would be sitting around, and then he'd be playing with them, and he'd be like, don't you want to play with them? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm not entertained by this. Not that like children are something you should be entertained by, but I don't know, it just gave me this kind of anxiety, this kind of uneasiness, and I never told anyone about this before, except for like one other person. But yeah, it's not that I don't like kids. A lot of women will say that they don't like kids, how they hate kids. And it's like, you were a kid before, so you hated yourself. And it's like, no, I do love kids. I work with kids now. And I love that. I love that engagement with them. I love having fun with them. I love teaching them. But I don't feel that bond that I want to take you home with me. I want to take care of you. And that's another thing. I think that one, we're looking at kids as, we look at life as, okay, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to get married, I'm going to have kids, and now I've contributed to society. Now I've completed the circle of life of like, this is what life should be like, and now I should be happy, right? And we're looking for kids to fill this hole inside of us, and that's not healthy for the child. You know, that child is their own human being, you know, and they can feed off of that. They can feed off of out of our unhappiness. And I just see it way too often. I see it way too often and for me personally, I think it would be irresponsible for me to have a child. Because like, look at where I live. I live in a fucking box. You know, I'm below the poverty line, and I think it'd be extremely irresponsible of me to have. I'm gonna say that again. I think it would be extremely irresponsible of me to have a child since I am so poor. You know, and I think that sentence is gonna piss off a lot of people, because I know that you're probably thinking, you don't need money to have a child. All you need is love. Love doesn't pay the bills. Love doesn't feed them. You know. And I just think that it's so unfair to bring a child into a world who you know is going to struggle. I think that I've been thinking a lot about in my life lately of how I can make an impact on this world with what little I have right now in my life, because I don't have much. I don't have much in my life, and I'm trying to find out ways of how I can contribute. And I thought to myself, okay, let me contribute one less starving child. And what a huge reason for me is the biology of it. There are 7 trillion people on this planet, in this world. And it's like a lot of men and women will say, oh, we need to keep the human race going. We're not going anywhere. If anything, we're killing each other faster than we are producing in this world. And we don't need 7 trillion people right now. Because, okay, we are producing more. We're pumping out so much more. Like, look at all these restaurants opening. Look at all this. Look at all the animal torture that we're doing. Look at all the clothes that we're producing, because we're trying to make up for all the humans that we're creating. We're trying to make up so much for it, you know? And I think that, I don't know. I think that we all need to calm down with the overpopulation. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, the earth was created for humans and it's not going to go anywhere, so it doesn't matter if we have 7 trillion or 10 trillion, but like, you don't see, I worked at a foster home, and you don't see these kids who were unwanted. These kids who were birthed, and then the parents were like, we don't want you. Or the parents were like, we can't afford you. We want you, but we can't afford you. And I don't want to contribute to that. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh, there are mothers out there who really, really want kids, who can't have them. First off, I don't think I can have kids. Infertility runs in my family, so I should probably get a fertility test in the first place. But I would be, if I can have kids, I'll be more than happy to be a surrogate, because I do want, like, if that's what makes you happy is having kids, like, I would definitely love to help with that. Like, I would love to be a surrogate for someone. But for me personally, I think that in my life financially, and I've always been very career driven. And I don't think that, first of all, as a woman, I don't think it should be either or, because men never have to choose career or kids. They can have both. Actually, men get paid more if they have kids as opposed to women, because women have to have more time off. At least in America. I don't know about anywhere else in the world. But what was I just saying? Yeah, I would love to be a surrogate for someone. Maybe you. I know what you're thinking. Oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just 29. She's gonna change her mind. I think that sentence is very dismissive. If I do change my mind, it's not going to be because of something that you say to me. It's going to be a personal choice. It's going to be something that I want to be financially stable. I want to make sure all my debt is paid. I have so many student loans. I have so much credit card debt. Adding a child, which is, I wrote this down, $13,000 a year. Yeah, adding that much debt to the debt that I already have. Like, I'm depressed now. Imagine how much more depressed I would be. And I know what you're saying. Like, I know that sentence sounds so insensitive because it's like, it's saying that having a child in your life is going to make you sad. But I don't want to raise my child eating fish sticks and fries every night for dinner. I don't want that. I want my child to eat whatever they want. I want my child to travel. I want them to be cultured. I want them to go to space camp. I want them to go to music camp, you know? And like, I want them to experience that. And yeah. So I'm going to contribute to society by by not having children. And maybe I won't change my mind 10 years from now. And like 10 years from now I'll be 40, which would be harder for me to have a child, but like, we live in 2019, like, like with all the advances in medical research, like, yeah. Or if I find that at 40 I can't have children, I don't think it'll be the end of the world for me, because I'm not any less of a woman if I don't have kids. I'm a woman because of my biology, you know. I'm a woman because I exist. And whether I decide to have kids or not is, one, not any of your business. Two, it's a personal choice. I am team child free. Yeah. I want to volunteer more. I want to help people. And I think that having a child would... And I know what you're thinking, like, you'll find time, there are babysitters and there's daycare. And, well, first off, daycare is expensive. People don't confront that issue. Daycare is so hella expensive. And I know what you're thinking, there's welfare and there's food stamps. Welfare and food stamps were created to make you stay at a certain income. Because once you raise a little bit from that income, they take it away from you. Which is why I don't have food stamps now. Because it's like, you want me to stay poor. You want me to stay like this low. And it's like, as soon as I make a little bit of money, you're going to take away my food stamps. You're going to give me less, you know? And, so yeah. Sorry if this offended anyone. I mean, it shouldn't. It's my personal choice. Like I said, there are plenty of children out there. One less child isn't going to tip the scales of the evolution of life. I had taken some notes. I wrote down, do I hate kids? I don't hate kids. I really don't hate kids. I like teaching them. I just never really enjoyed just like sitting in a room. And like, I never really liked holding kids either, which is like, I know that's strange. I know that's so strange and so weird. Like, I don't know. It's not like I'm afraid I'm going to break them, but just because like, I don't know, I'm afraid of all my germs, you know, because like, you know, like immunization and stuff. I'm just afraid, you know, I saw this one guy was like, I'm looking for the mother of my children. Okay. That's weird, bro. That's weird. Like, have your own kids then. Like, plus also, like, there are so many kids in foster care. There's so many kids who wanting to be adopted. And I hate that we frown on celebrities for adopting kids, because it's like, they want to be adopted. They want a home. If you want kids so badly, if you want to save kids so badly, let's save the kids who don't have a home right now. You know? I don't need to birth a child. I can take care of a child that wants a home right now. That was a little graphic, sorry. Oh, I saw this quote today that I really want to share with you. People always seem to ask, do I want a baby? Rather than, would I be a good parent? And I would not be a good parent because financially, mentally unwell. Yeah. That's Yeah. Not, yeah. This is so weird. I'm so scared. I'm not intentionally trying to attack any parents right now, attack anyone's livelihood. I saw that, like, it's a huge Facebook group right now where these men and women that the title of it is I regret having kids, because they didn't think it through carefully. Or some people use kids as leverage. They think that having a child will save their marriage, or having a child will save their relationship. And it's like, it's not okay, because your child is not a toy. Your child is not meant to fix anything in your life. Your child is there to, they're an addition to your life, but you're there. Your purpose there is to help them. And I hate to say become a member of society, but like, just help them become the best version of themselves so they can help someone else. That's my view of it. That's my take of it. I wrote down I'm a super minority. I'm a super minority now. I'm a colored girl who does not want to have kids. Super minority. Okay, the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is people are saying that, aren't you scared that your bloodline is going to end with you? And I'm really big on legacy right now, and I don't think that my legacy is tied. I don't think my legacy is tied to my biological bloodline. I think that my legacy will be left through this. You know, through the people who I impact, through the people who I help, not only online, but in real life. The people who I interact with, strangers, on an everyday basis. That's the kind of legacy that I want to leave. And I don't think I need to have a child to do that. And I really hope people understand what I'm doing with this channel. It's not only just to heal myself. It is not only just to make you feel good. I'm happy that I make you feel good with my content. But I really want you to pay it forward to someone. I really want you to understand that the way that you treat other people matters. The way that you hurt other people matters. The way that you love other people matters. And I want to leave that legacy. And I don't think I need to have a child to do that. Queen Elizabeth didn't have children, and we still know her name. Oprah doesn't have children, and we're never going to forget Oprah. And that's the kind of legacy that I want to leave. I want to leave a legacy that that random girl on the internet in her bra changed my life. Because she said blah, 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 you know, because she did blah, 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 blah. That's what I want with my bloodline. I want to touch as many people as I can, but not in a perverted way. Okay. Thank you so much for viewing my content. I've lost my voice. I'm going to go drink some water and some lemons. Thank you so much. What do you guys think about this topic? They're saying that there's so many more women that hit the age of 40 who have never had a child and who hope to not have children. I think that it's I don't think it's brave. I just think that it's responsible right now. We're in a bit of a mess. We've made a bit of a mess in the world right now, and it's our job to fix it. And I think that one thing that we can do is, and I hate when men are like, your purpose here is to have children and produce more children. They're like, no, I'm so much more than that. I'm so much more than that, and I'm going to contribute more than that. Not saying that like, not saying that like children. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the excuses. I don't want kids. Yeah. Okay, that's it. What do you think about this topic? Leave it in the comments below. I've I've buried myself in a corner right now. I'm out. Bye.